Hey friends, this is my first recording, and I'm a little nervous about it, but I wanted to go ahead and do it anyway because I think this is important to mention in light of what happened to Alex Jones. I think it was Sunday morning, no, Monday morning, like 3 a.m. He gets banned from all sorts of social media. I mean, I don't have to repeat the news. You guys have probably heard of it. Um, I mean, it's everywhere. And I just want to mention something that I'm noticing here. And first of all, I'm going to state that it's not necessarily about free speech. Yes, it is, and it isn't. We have corporations colluding with the government, who are propped up by governments, who have connections to the Defense Department, who gets all sorts of tax incentives to gain an advantage over their competitors. But and all of that's true, but this specific instance isn't about free speech. It's not about letting people talk on the internet because, as it's been said over and over, these are private corporations, and we lay too much trust in them to preserve the ideals of freedom. First of all, secondly, they don't work in the public interest. They work in the interest of dollars. So, in light of all that, I'm looking beyond that because we have alternative platforms now that kind of make this argument irrelevant. I mean, they cannot censor us anymore. There's platforms like DTube and BitChute and Minds. Well, Minds isn't completely decentralized, but you get my point here. There are other opportunities and platforms that we can use to get the word out, Steam included. Now, with that being said, I'd like you to take a look at a few things here. First of all, this video, this Stetler guy, this was released on August 5th. You see it right here. Now that's Sunday. So let's have a listen to what he's saying here.
Are on the rise. But instead of me just telling you that,
Sorry about that.
attacks on the media are having an effect. Threats against reporters are on the rise. But instead of me just telling you that, I want you to hear it for yourself. On Friday, a caller to C-SPAN said he's going to shoot me and Don Lemon if he sees us. Now let me just preface this by saying I'm not asking for sympathy. I don't think I'm in extreme danger. I know some of my colleagues get much worse threats than I do. CNN has a great security team, and we know how to handle this stuff. And this problem is not confined to CNN. People at Fox News and other outlets have to deal with this garbage too. But these kinds of threats are coming in more often. So, take a listen. Here's the phone call.
Don, State College, Pennsylvania, supports the criticism of the media. Don, you are on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It all started when Trump got elected. Brian Stelter and Don Lemon from CNN called Trump supporters all racist. They don't even know us.
Okay, let me just stop it right there. I've never called all Trump supporters racists. Neither has Don Lemon. So what this guy is about to say is predicated on a lie.
They don't even know these Americans out here, and they're calling us racist because we voted for Trump. Come on, give me a break. They started the war. I see him, I'm going to shoot him. Bye.
So he said,
I'm just going to stop it there. So what we have here is a journalist. Well, this guy's an anchor. But we have somebody calling in C-SPAN threatening deaths. I mean, I really don't take this very seriously. The guy sounds like he's old and talk is very cheap. Now, but the insidious thing is, and CNN does this, and so do all the news outlets, they build a kind of a profile of what they want to happen. And now I'm going to show you something else that will, kind of explain why I'm coming to this conclusion. And I'll come to the conclusion a little bit later. But I want to show you this other stuff here. Just a quick internet search. Alex Jones blames CNN for his ban. And you can see CNN pushes YouTube to ban Alex Jones, demonetize videos. That's from Breitbart. And, Breitbart is not a reliable source of news, but this is the rhetoric coming from the far right and the right. In InfoWars, CNN pushes YouTube to ban Alex Jones, demonetize video channel. It's the top two right here. And then Alex Jones responds to CNN's call to ban InfoWars on YouTube. You can see what's going on here because, listen, throughout all these, events, and I'm not going to say what the events are, but they're high-profile events where tragic things happen. I don't want to say it, but we all know what it is. These quote-unquote false flag attacks, one of which Alex Jones is particularly famous for and getting sued over. So keep that in mind. Now, throughout all that, people were getting, other channels are getting demonetized, strikes against them, and even banned for so much as mentioning anything about these events. And all throughout Prison Planet, Alex Jones channel, all of them are able to freely talk about such things. So what does that tell you? It tells me that Alex Jones is a pretend actor that's protected by these people who want to build a profile of an event they would like to bring about. What event is that? Well, death threats. But not just threats. What they want to do here, sorry, I have a little bit of a funk. Anyway, what they want to do here is they're going to throw one of their reporters or journalists or anchors on the execution block, on the sacrificial altar of their agenda, and they're going to kill this person, and they're going to pin it on these right-wing extremists. Now, they've been doing this for years. The truth movement has been lumped in with the far right and the radical right and the racists, and I mean, just go on and on and on the list, okay? Those who seek the truth in these matters are definitely being pushed into the same category as the person or people that are going to carry out this attack on a journalist. I don't know who it's going to be, but this is my suspicion, and I really want to get this out there because we're having a public dialogue about free speech and corporations and what that means. But there's a deeper issue here, and it's far more important, and we have to stop it. Thank you so much for listening, friends. I hope you have a blessed day.